We got the north half of the east side of the roof done this morning with Anna's help, and she's off to go home now. Very thankful for her help. Man, what a week. We could have got that done if we'd have pushed a little harder, got up a little bit earlier, but we're happy with what we got done. A little bit of a break this afternoon. We're gonna hopefully get the plumbing knocked out in the bathroom here. And then tomorrow we've got some friends coming who can probably help us get back to the work on the roof. Here's hoping by the end of this video, we've got running water in the bathroom. Because we don't want to test the ground rough again, we just want to test everything from that up. We're actually going to isolate that using these plugs. They're actually like a balloon, an inflatable test plug. They thread into the cleanouts that we put in so that we could isolate this, and they're just a rubber balloon there. We'll use the compressor. I've got to work on getting these doped and taped, and then hopefully once we get everything capped off, we'll pressure test the system and it'll all be good for test. I think I might have done my tape backwards on that one. Oopsie. How to fix rookie plumbing mistakes in concrete. Somebody's done it before us, so much so, there's a tool to fix it. Like it never happened.
Exactly.
Wait, isn't that like a company's slogan, like it never happens?
It is now.
Wow. So it turns out you can put a 3-inch into a 3-inch hub, but you'd rather do a 4-inch into a 4-inch hub at a 4 to 3 elbow into the 3-inch main. Yep. That's how you'd rather do it. Yep. Okay, good to know. Yep. There's a sight for sore eyes right there. Come to Papa. Nobody even knows what's under a toilet. Nope. That's what's hiding under there, guys. Wow, that's kind of fun. Yeah. Although I terrifyingly suck at it, but there's something oddly satisfying about soldering things.
I love it.
30 good? 35?
35 at least.
Right to the brim. To the brim. That's looking really good.
Cool.
So we set a timer for 15 minutes. Come back and check later. 60 pounds on those little bulbs. Got it.
Yep.
So 35 is like the minimum. or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I never have actually looked. I just timed
The minimum is whatever it takes. Okay.
There's
Okay.
so many times we're like, it's
Yeah.
taking
130.
Sometimes we're not very technical.
Right. There's what the book says, and then there's what you got to do. Oh my gosh. So this has been on test for over 2 hours, and it's right at the tippy top. Oh yeah. I think it'll pass 15 minutes. That'll do. There's still a little bit to be done here. I think I'm gonna shut it down for tonight, probably have some dinner and spend a little bit of time with Alyssa. Haven't really even seen her today, even though we did half a roof together. Just doesn't feel like we're spending quality time. So I'll work on this probably first thing in the morning, and then we've got some friends coming tomorrow, and we're hoping that they're gonna help us try to knock out most, if not all, the rest of the roof. Oh, dude, what the heck's going on? Let's check this first. What in the world? I knew I smelled poop last night.
Yeah,
I knew
I
it.
got whips of it.
Well, this is only down maybe half an inch or less overnight. So that's not the problem. I see it. See it, guys? That vent over there? It's not capped.
Guess we won't be cooking breakfast in here this morning.
Guess we're gonna open the garage doors and get some fresh air in here. Woo-hee. Oh, there we go. Well, it's a brand new day. We got the stink out of the garage, and we've got some friends who are gonna help us work on the roof. But we had to reposition the forklift, so now we're gonna go through some of the kind of preliminary, I guess, testing. We always make sure before we ever load anything that we can basically are in the right position. We boom out, boom in, boom up, kind of go through the motions with the machine to make sure that it's all gonna work. And then we pretty much locked in. Don't move the machine, we just go through the motions. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Usually the hardest part of this whole process is getting close to the eave, but not too close, and then doing that for the entire length of the boom. Right now, if Alyssa keeps booming out, we're gonna hit the eave, so I'm gonna have her try to tilt. She may not be able to. Can you be more gentle? Gentle, please. It needs to go that way. It's caught on that plier, that wood right there. And come down just a little farther. There you go. Okay. And we'll step over this one again. Okay. And lay it down. Good. All right, we gave Roman the 4-second tour of how to run a telehandler.
What could go wrong?
A 6,000-pound, 42-foot boom lift.
Smiling way too big.
He's chuckling because he said if we're not nice, he's not going to let us down. I'm not even sure what that means precisely. And it didn't even dawn on me till he mentioned that we should probably be screening the people who run the telehandler better. Because if they really do stick us up here, man, I don't know. Rock, paper, scissors, I guess, for who gets to make the leap. Okay, all you. Just one step up. And I would go to this crow's foot right here. Yep, just get it on the roof as soon as you can. I'm coming off, are you ready?
Yep, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay, that panel royally sucked. This is the middle panel in the very, very middle of the roof, and you can't reach it from either end with the telehandler, so it's a lot of just, well, cussing. The problem is we were out of square, right? Remember, guys? Just the tiniest little bit, and we've been trying to reef on the top of those panels to just get a 16th or a 32nd out of them. And this time, Alyssa really got her good, and it puckered the top of the panel, which freaked us both out. So we've decided that since we're really not hurting that bad for square, like the eave seems fine, the roof seems fine. I guess we'll find out when we get to the other end how bad it is, but we're gonna just not do that. That was not pretty. So we decided to pull the screws back out and just put the panel where it wants to be. The good news is these panels are stupid square. The bad news is if you start out of square, now you're in really bad shape. So ready for another one?
Yep.
Let's do it. Yep. Onto the roof as early as you can. Okay, you ready to come off?
Yep.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Happy? Yours? Okay, yours. Good. Watch out for that big pine beetle.
Oh, he's huge.
Wow, so hang on. So right where you're about to pound is a huge crinkle in that piece of metal. See it?
Yep.
Wow, freaking awesome. Let's go right on by it, see what it does. Just go, go, go. It's been moving up. Yeah, it's moving up. Every time you pound it down, it's moving up, the crinkle is. So I'm pretty sure that piece of metal is like a piece of junk after we tried to straighten and get out of square and all that other jazz. So just go all the way to the top, see what it does. Well, it just disappeared, so.
Maybe we'll get away with the murder.
Yeah, I think it just disappeared. Huh.
More the end?
Yep, looks good. It's like the two most difficult panels we've done on the whole roof. Unreal. Every time. That was pretty good. That one made me nervous. That crinkle really had me nervous. Okay, I got it. All right, last one. There we go. Okay, coming off. And over. And away. Okay, I got it.
A lot of roofing companies getting a cell standing screen without stations or something like that.
So now we're kind of moving away from the drip edge, which we knew would happen because the drip edge is actually closer to the eave overhang. When I installed the drip edge, I didn't get it nice and straight. I should have just chalked a line or did what I just did right now, which is put a string on there. I don't know why I didn't do that. So the drip edge kind of moves in closer to the eave the farther south we go, which is going to increase the overhang of the roofing on the drip edge. That's fine. Like, it doesn't really matter. More than anything, it might create somewhat of a cosmetic issue on the southeast corner if the roof overhangs too much, because you'll see the underbelly of the roofing. Functionally, it's fine. No, there's no changing the drip edge because the screws holding that are underneath the membrane. So no changing that one. I'm just worried. I just want to make sure. The one thing I want to be sure of is that we're getting enough bite on the hem on the cleat. So we'll kind of keep monitoring that as we go a little farther. We're going to pull a square after this panel and see if by some dumb luck that panel that had a huge crinkle in it maybe put us out of square the other way. Boy, I guess we'll find out in a minute. And top or bottom? Top. 30 seconds short, which means that in a 10-foot square we'd be out an eighth, which is better than the quarter we were.
Well, no, it was an eighth.
It was an eighth?
It was an eighth. We were a quarter, and then all of a sudden we were an eighth.
You were an eighth, so we're still an eighth. So let's
Good.
check that one more time. So you're just going to 1, and we're on the top side of the tape. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe a 32nd.
So, good.
So we're maybe a 16th out of square right now.
Like acceptable.
So that's basically perfect.
Tolerance.
We're within tolerances. Good job.
What age do you think we'll teach our kids the word tolerance? Bird, mama,
At
dada,
birth?
tolerance.
At birth. Only, what, 13 to go?
Well, maybe.
Only 13 to go. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Whew. Roman let us back down.
Welcome back to Earth.
Welcome back to solid ground.
Wow, those first two panels.
Oof, that sucked.
But in theory, around
Wow.
that stretch, until the ladder. That's
Till the last two panels, then it starts to suck really bad again. Last guy, probably for the day, putting us at 6 panels to go. I got it. Okay, coming off. Okay, I got it.
Did you hear Roman say that there's some wasps made their home in the Bengal Cafe?
Oh no, Really? Are they paying rent or? Looking good, looking good. So despite all of our anxiety early on, being out of square and all these issues, it seems like it's all worked out and everything's fine. It'd be nice to pull a square at the end of these panels, just more out of curiosity, but we're hoping that when we get to the end, I mean, we might have to move a panel over half an inch or something. And that's totally tolerable on a roof this size. You won't even notice it because the step brake is so forgiving, which is part of why I was willing to agree to the step brake, because we be rookies. So we're gonna pull a square on this, and I think we're gonna shut it down. We do have a little bit of plumbing. I'm not sure if we're gonna deal with that stuff tonight, or what was that called, rest?
Yeah.
Do that resting stuff, whatever that's all about. So Roman, turns out, is also a slave driver. He thinks that we should set a personal record of 16 panels. Wait, we did 16 the other day, didn't we?
Right, but that's still pretty good.
That's an insane run, given that we started at 1 o'clock.
Right, and that would put us with the last two panels.
That was, yeah, we're within 2 panels. In the downtime, what Roman was thinking is that we should teach Bugaboo to drive the forklift.
I think that's a great idea.
My thinking is if anybody can get an ounce of work out of that cat, they have broken the code. And people will pay millions because there are millions of cats who produce nothing every day. Let's see. Let's pull a square really quick, just out of curiosity, and then let's go get 4 moss.
I think we can do it.
Smells good. We are earning our pizza tonight. I don't know where we're going to eat, but we are earning pizza. That I do know. That's a metaphor for food. You're on the top at 1 inch.
Yep.
We're dead square.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
We're so amazing.
Huh.
What type of pizza do you want tonight?
Right? Haha, pizza! This is pretty exciting, guys. I'm putting on the last of the offset cleat. Last piece. Oh yeah. made it.
Well done. What do we have? 3 more panels?
3 moss, but we're gonna have to do the chicken ladder to make it happen.
Yep.
So
That's a great work for the day.
that's farther than I thought we'd get. Man, I was like, if we get 4 panels,
Yeah.
it's a good day. And by 4, we did 11. Now we've earned our pizza.
Yeah.
But before we earned our pizza, now we earned like a whole pizza each and dessert. We are ready. Let's eat.
Ready to test?
Well, at some point we've got to do it. Check all your valuables. Check for electronics below the plumbing. Let's see what happens here.
We'll hear a leak.
There
Where's
you
the
go.
water? You know, I'm pretty sure it's shut off at the
I think I
house.
have to turn the main on.
Come on, baby.
Oh man, this is kind of scary, guys. So if you haven't seen the video where we were getting ready to pour the footings and I was working on getting the water main stubbed in and the water main blew, give that one a watch. This is the same valve, so this takes me back a full year. Ready? Can't remember if this wrench is long enough. Oh, I think it is. Oh, I see it down there. There it is. Oh man, it's the first time water's been supplied to the house. That's it.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's dark looking.
It's on. Did anything blow up? Nothing yet? Oh.
But it's not full. Or should I say mud?
I had a whip hose here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it.
So fun.
Oh, is it coming through? Oh, that's dirty.
I know, it looks like mud.
Ew.
You guys should have a micron pipe whole house filter.
Oh man.
Found it. Got it. Where did my little whip hose go? You know where that little hose went, love?
I have no idea. So this is a process apparently.
Oh no, that's good. Of cold, dirty water.
Sounds amazing. There we go. Wow.
Any more questions about why this does that? I never seen like it.
Here comes the rock.
Are you serious?
Why do you think this is? Do you think it's because like around the main was just so dirty and like we opened it and you know
had to
there's
dig the
another
whole
rock.
freaking footing out.
Yep.
You'll puke dirt in a second.
Oh,
Wait
sweet.
for it. I'm pretty sure. There was a pretty good load of rock up there.
Well, that was a good mud bath you had going on
yeah.
a minute ago.
That was the first bath of the day.
I'm already feeling like clean the tub, like make the dirt
I know,
go
right?
away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Wow, water hose. What have you been doing? This is why we don't use the one for transferring water up to do
Right.
this job, because then we take all this and put it right back into the cisterns. Nice. Still holding test. Perfect. Don't try to put a screw through there. Trust me, you're not gonna get a screw through that. Find somewhere else. I think people have been saying that there's too many screws in this house. I'm pretty sure when we're done with this bathroom, there's going to be way too many nail plates. But maybe the inspector will come in and go, okay, fine. It looks pretty good. I guess that's what we're trying to achieve. Nail plates are cheap in comparison with our time. Not too shabby. So moving on to the toilet, you guys might remember the game that we played when we drilled the bases for the posts and for the stair post. We called it Radiant Roulette. It was a lot of fun. Well, we're going to be playing that game again because we need to put some concrete screws in this closet flange. The good news is we had enough foresight for two reasons to keep the radiant away from this flange. One, we were concerned about using a wax ring and the wax ring melting because the temperature of the floor with the radiant might soften the ring. Bad news bears. It's likely we'll go with the silicone ring. We don't know that yet, but to kind of make our life a little bit easier, we did not put radiant around where this flange would go. So according to the image, which we have from back when we did our radiant, it looks like the nearest radiant is probably a foot in all directions. Point being, so long as we don't veer too far away from the flange, we should be safe. What I did find out is that these toilet bolt grooves or slots, we want them to be even from the wall, because ultimately we're going to slide a toilet bolt in there and it's going to hook underneath this flange, this stainless steel flange. So we've got to take the time to make sure that is done correctly, and then we can simply fasten this to the concrete. I've heard a ton of different ways to do this. Some people use a pin that's a one-time, drive it in, it's there forever. You got to chip the concrete out if you ever have to repair it strategy. Other people choose to use just a Tapcon type concrete screw, but they feel like with the wiggling and shimmying of toilets, if they're not perfectly level or perfectly seated on the concrete, can work those screws loose over time. I don't know that there's a perfect way to do this. I'm sure the plumbers watching this video are going through in their head all the things they've learned and what to not do. But there was a technique that I used to use in a previous business when we would do transition repair in commercial applications between one flooring and another. We would drill the concrete out, insert a wooden dowel, and then insert a very large screw into the wooden dowel. And that would cause the wooden dowel to expand, and it would take up that pocket that we drilled, and man, those things were indestructible. Plus, they also had a little bit of give to them, unlike concrete. I thought about doing that with this. I just don't think it's necessary. And my other concern was if it does get wet, that the wooden dowel might rot. And you're right back to square one, dealing with the problem. So we're gonna go the Tapcon route, and I guess we'll live with it. Holy moly.
This is tonight's harvest.
Is that from today?
Yeah, just today. Just went out there and picked. Look at that guy.
Is that a tomato?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pepper.
That's juicy too. I can feel it.
Right?
Ooh, hey buddy. Is this some of this go? Oh, wow.
Right?
Ah. I went out this morning and I picked a big handful of these and I just ate them.
Yeah, why not?
Like Garden of Eden style. Like I just went out and ate fruit off of the garden.
Omelet for dinner?
Yeah, is this going in dinner?
Yeah.
Nice. I look forward to it. It looks yummy. Look at all the color.
I know, it's so beautiful.
My gosh. I know some of you loyal followers know that we have a rotary SDS drill or a SDS hammer drill. And I'm not using that here for two reasons. One, I don't have a 3/16 bit for it, but I do have the 3/16 bit for a regular drill. And two, I'm worried that it's a little too aggressive for this application. I don't really know. This is kind of a small screw and it's fairly precise. In case you haven't drilled concrete before and you own a drill like this that has a hammer setting, we did a video after someone opened my eyes how to drill concrete. You'll never use this drill to drill concrete again, except for maybe in these situations. If you haven't seen that video, give it a watch. It will rock your world. Uh-oh, that one didn't bite. Gosh, maybe I am over drilling these. That doesn't feel like it's biting either. Oh, dang it. I think I did screw that up after all. So I guess tomorrow morning I'll have to go get a larger screw to put in there. Apparently I should have been drilling these at a quarter, 3/16. A 1/8 bit? Doesn't make any sense. Something's not right. So I guess the solution, to be sure, is just to go get a larger screw. Yep, everything looks right, so I'm not sure what's going on. Oh well. Well, that does it for tonight. Those are the things I wanted to punch off the checklist. I think maybe after Alyssa and I do dinner, we're going to work on kind of a relaxing project. And that's getting the canned food put back in some rational order. It got discombobulated when we started framing for the bathroom. And there's something mentally awry about having all of our preserved food just kind of tossed hither and thither. So guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hold up a minute, guys. I think I figured it out. So these were the screws that we scabbed. Like, what were they for? I think we were building the scaffolding for the ICF. And if you remember, we had to scab 2x4s to the footings to nail the scaffolding to. And we used these screws to do it. And what I think is happening is some of these screws are actually used. I took them out and I just probably tossed them back in the box. And I'll bet when you do that, the screw is damaged and you can't put it back in the same sized hole. That makes me feel a lot better. I think we're gonna get this done tonight.